Julie Hutchison, environment campaigner and activist. Ventnor Town Council candidate for Ventnor West ward for the 6th of May 2021. My family have lived in Ventnor since the 1960s. I'm a mum, a wife, a carer and a dog owner. I worked for the council for 12 years working in ICT and training people to use ICT applications. I became a qualified trainer and was really good at my job. I loved that aspect of communicating with people, ensuring that they were happy with their learning. I have patience and empathy. I started studying for an art degree and found it was personally what I'd been looking for. So I left my job in the council to study, supported by my husband. I recognise that that's a privileged position to be in. My husband is incredibly supportive of me. When I learned how grave the climate crisis is, I felt compelled to act for the future. I couldn't continue with my degree knowing this is so urgent, so I've been campaigning for the last 2.5 years, raising awareness. Many people have signed countless petitions to protect nature and stop pollution, but nothing ever happens. I'd been sharing these on social media and had thought I was doing something, but our environment and pollution levels have been growing worse. When the Isle of Wight Council were reluctant to declare a climate and ecological emergency, I stood outside County Hall for a week holding a neon pink banner which read, "We all need to talk about climate emergency." I had no expectations of that week at all, I just did it. In that week, I spoke to so many people who all had their own specialist pockets of knowledge, and towards the end of that week, I had people coming into Newport to come and talk to me, and that was really humbling. I learned about permaculture, regenerative agriculture, about water saving, about harnessing natural energy. I spoke to lots of really engaging, good people. It made me see that citizens' assembly are the only way forward, and it made me see that working together is vital now. So I consider being on Ventnor Town Council not only important for the residents of Ventnor, but also for our wider community. None of us have all the answers, and we all have different opinions. There is definitely common ground to be found simply through respectful listening and communicating. I'm aware of a wide range of social issues that cause problems for many people. There are many groups around the island that work with people affected by these issues. Making services more easily accessible to people who need them can only benefit residents. And when individuals get the help that they need, then communities benefit. I'd like for Ventnor to benefit from being a sustainable community, and I'd like for Ventnor to become a transition town. This is the start of a different journey for me. I've enrolled on support training with Trust in the People, who specialise in connecting communities really well. I've also enrolled in the Parliament Project, who offers specialist support to women in all levels of councils. I don't take this responsibility lightly. I've helped to facilitate people's assemblies before, and it does require good organisational and interpersonal skills. One thing I've learned in the last couple of years is that inclusivity is really important in giving everyone a voice. We all have different ways of communicating. We all have different needs. Not everyone is on Facebook. Not everyone has the internet. Not everyone can read, and some people suffer from anxiety. My own deafness affects me greatly in social situations. So how do you connect? How do you bring a community or community groups together? And that's what my training will be for. I want to be able to do this really well. I'd really appreciate your vote on the 6th of May. There's much work to be done to make people's lives better. I've printed this leaflet in large print to help people with sight difficulties. And if you've clicked on the QR code on the leaflet, then it's probably taken you to this page where you could hear the leaflet being read out, and that's for people with any reading difficulties. Thank you for taking the time to read this. All the best, Julie Hutchison.